PT Pilates. Today we're going to do a total bodies Pilates Sculpt using just your mat or something comfy to lie on, no equipment needed. We're going to start here lying down on our back. Your knees will be bent and your feet can be planted on the ground about hip distance apart. Once you're lying down, we're looking for a neutral spine, so nice little arch in the low back. We'll start with some breath, just a big inhale through the nose to fill up, and then exhaling, blow it all out through the mouth. Purse lips like you're whistling until you feel that internal core set start to turn on. Inhaling to fill up with as much air as you possibly can, and then exhaling to let that all go. We're going to turn this into a pelvic rock. So you start with your low back arched, breathing in to prepare. On the exhale, you're going to button the back of your belly button down to the mat. Tailbone slightly tucks under. Be conscious that you're not squeezing your glutes or the backs of your thighs to get into this position. You want to find it from your core. You'll then inhale to arch back to neutral, and exhale, drop the belly button down into what we call imprint. You're imprinting the spine into the mat below you. Inhaling to arch, and then exhale, drop to imprint. Just going to move my arm for the next couple reps here so you can really see what's happening across the core. Drawing down from that internal core set, feeling that deep connection from the hips to the ribs. And then next time you're in that imprint, go ahead and pause in that imprint. Notice how your tailbone is slightly tucked up towards the ceiling. We're going to roll with that, coming into an articulating bridge. You'll take an inhale to prepare. On the exhale, squeeze the booty, squeeze the backs of the thighs, and start to peel the low back away from the mat. You'll then peel the mid back away. And finally, the heart, ending up in this nice long diagonal line position. So from my ribs to my hips, out over my knees. I'm stretching the front half of my body. I'm strengthening the back half. You'll drop the heart and just reconnect the spine the exact opposite way you came up. Once the tailbone hits, you can go ahead and relax the peach, the backs of the thighs, and settle back into your neutral. Inhaling to prepare, exhale, turn on the seat, round the spine, roll it up, feel that nice length in the front half of the body. Open up across the chest, relax the neck as much as you can, and then place that Velcro right back in its place as one vertebra at a time reconnects in that nice long straight line. We'll do one more bridge here, inhaling to prepare. Exhale, dropping the belly button down, rolling up nice and slow, holding here at the top. Now, as you roll down this time, I want you to think about stretching the vertebra 1 inch further towards the heels than where they came from. So really finding length in the spine, strength across the glutes, moving as slow as you possibly can, and then finally letting go at that very last second. Beautiful. So we're going to take this same articulating concept into what we call an ab curl. Your hands will float 1 inch off of the mat. You'll take an inhale to prepare. On the exhale, I'm going to nod my chin towards my chest. Or start to peel away the head from the mat, then the neck, then my shoulders. I'm looking right in between my knees. Notice my low back is still neutral. If you need to, drop into imprint. You're feeling a little bit of low back pain. Absolutely, it'll force your core to connect more. Now you roll down the exact same way that you rolled up. So shoulders come down first, then neck. I'm still in that head nod till the last second. I let it go. It's an inhale to prepare. Exhale, roll it up one bone at a time, lift. And then inhale, roll it right on down. Using your breath is just going to help you connect more to the abdominals using the diaphragm. You're going to find that mind-muscle connection a little bit better. And the muscles will work more efficiently. Reach with the fingers helps the shoulders roll down the back. Helps keep the neck nice and long. 2 more like this. Exhaling to roll it up, reach. Inhaling to lower down with control. Now on the last one, you're going to roll it up, reach. And you'll hold this shape. Nice and slow, one leg at a time, floats to tabletop. Once you find your knees right over the hips, shins about parallel to the floor, we'll start with our Pilates 100. Start pumping those arms and inhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Now my core is on, it's active. I'm really strengthening to keep the tension out of the neck. Now while I'm here, I can lower the neck if I ever need to. Pumping with the entire arm here as you breathe. More challenge, send the legs out to a 45-degree angle. Keep on pumping as we inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give yourself a big hug. Great work. When you're ready, we're transitioning into our single leg stretch. Keep the hands where they are, hugging in the knees. Curl the head, neck, and chest up to meet the knees. I'm in an assisted version of that ab curl, so shouldn't feel too much in the core here just yet. We're going to extend the right leg long to a 45-degree angle. As I do so, both hands are going to grab onto the left shin. You'll breathe here, inhale, exhale, switch sides. Inhale, switch sides. Exhale, switch sides. Now as I switch here, notice my outside hand is coming to my ankle as my inside hand comes to just below my knee. What that's going to do is just keep your knee from tracking out wide to the side. It's just helping your hips stay in this nice alignment and work the core a little bit more efficiently. We're here for 4, for 3, for 2, and last one, pause. Bring both knees in, give yourself that big hug. Transitioning right into our double leg stretch. Same thing, but this time both legs go out to that 45. I reach my arms long behind my head, circle them around, and come into that nice little ball shape. Take an inhale, prepare. Exhale, reach long. Inhale, circle it around. Now you have to use your lats here as you circle. Feel the control across your arms. Feel the reach from the core. You're growing longer, taller with each and every rep. Reaching with muscle tone, muscle engagement through every ounce of your body. We have 3 more just like this. 2 more here, keep on breathing. And then 1 more here, pause in that ball shape. One last exercise in this core series. It's my favorite, Pilates Scissors. Both legs will go out long. Right leg comes towards you as the left leg goes out to a 45-degree angle. I'm holding on to the back of my calf and I pull the leg towards me to get a hamstring stretch. Take an inhale. Exhale, switch, pull, pull. Take an inhale. Exhale, switch, pull, pull. Take an inhale. We'll start to move quicker. It's an inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Keep on breathing. Try to lift from the core. Don't rely on the leg to keep the head, neck, and chest up. If you need to lower the head, neck, and chest at any time, you do so. If you need to pause the video and take a break at any time, you do so. We have 3 more on each side. 2 more on each side. 1 last one on each side. Lower yourself down. Great work here. Next, we're going to transition and just lie on our belly. Get a nice stretch of the front of the body with a swan. Once you're in that prone position, your feet are going to be turned out. Try to relax the lower half of your body as much as you can. Your palms, they're right underneath your shoulders and they're grounded firmly. Draw the elbows towards one another. The shoulders roll down the back. Think imprint here. I'm pressing my pubic bone firmly into the mat, drawing my navel away from that surface. When you're ready, you'll take an inhale, start to lift the head, then the neck, then the chest. Keep the abs on, working the back half of the body, and then lower down with an exhale, 1 bone at a time. You'll see a theme here, really working on that flexibility of the spine, moving the different parts of the spine, the vertebra, on their own as opposed to just as one long line. Feeling length in the crown of the head first, then lifting up, puffing my chest out through the shoulder blades as much as I can. With each rep here, you can move a little bit higher. It's just up to you what you're looking for here today. So the higher you go, you'll feel more stretch from the ribs to the hips. Probably feels pretty nice after that ab work. We'll do 2 more of these here. Exhaling to lower down. And then 1 more of these here. Press it up, stretch, stretch, stretch. Look over the right shoulder. Look over the left shoulder. Come back to center and to lower down. We're coming to all fours here. You can press up, finding your knees right underneath the hips, your wrists right underneath the shoulders. It's our plank prep. Toes are tucked under. Find that nice neutral spine. Drawing the navel up to the back surface. Imagine equal pressure in the front half and back half of your body. Take a nice inhale to prepare. And on the exhale, hover the knees up. Holding it there for 3, for 2, for 1. Lower the knees down and relax. Really feel how you have to press away from the mat to keep the neck nice and long. Bringing the shoulders into the back pockets to find more connection in those abdominals. We're inhaling to prepare and lifting the knees for 3, for 2, for 1. Lower down, relax. We'll just do 1 more like that. Big inhale. Exhale, lift it up. Hold for 3, for 2, and for 1, lower the knees. Beautiful work. We're going to add on to this series here. When you're ready, you'll lift back into that plank prep. Find your abdominals, find your core. Send the hips up high and back, straighten the legs. It's a nice down dog shape. We're going to start with the right leg. If you can, anchor across the left heel as much as possible. You'll start to lift the right leg up. Imagine you're sliding up a wall. Keep the hips as square as you can. Point that right toe and start to lift the right leg. First 6. Finding your glute working, your hip opening. We have 4. We have 3. Core is on equal pressure through both hands. Last one, hold it nice and high. You're going to bend your knee and draw your foot all the way between your hands, landing in a nice lunge. You'll ground across that left foot and open it all the way up to a warrior 2 position. So your arms are in a T. Right knee is bent. You're sinking down and slightly tucking the tailbone to keep that core protected. We're going to lift the arms up high as we straighten the front leg, reach, and then lower down. There's your inhale. Exhale to reach to keep the core on. Inhale to lower to stretch a little further. We're here for 3 more just like this. We're here for 2 more just like this. Keep on breathing. And then 1 more here, sink into it. Feel that stretch, reaching as long as you can in opposition with those arms. You'll cartwheel the hands right back down and send yourself into that down dog shape. Same exercise on the other side. Anchor across that right heel. Slide the left foot up that imaginary wall. Point the toe and start to pulse for 6. Turning on the seat for 5. Finding that core strength, hip stretch. We have 3. We have 2. On the last one, hold it high. You'll bend the knee, step all the way through. Find the foot between the hands. Ground through the right foot and cartwheel the hands all the way up to that warrior 2 shape. Feel long, feel strong. Feel the support of your feet. You'll reach the hands up as you straighten that front leg. And then lower back down with control. Exhaling as you lift. Inhaling as you lower. Feel the lift coming through both arches of the feet. Feel as tall, as proud as you can today. We have just 2 more like this. And then just 1 more like this. Sink it down, stretch a little further. Hold here for a full inhale, full exhale. And cartwheel the hands back down. You're going to step it into a plank here next. Once you're in that plank, feel strong. You're going to start to walk your hands back all the way towards your feet. One hand at a time, land in your forward fold. We're going to take a nice Pilates roll up here. Tuck the tailbone under, slight bend in the knees. One bone at a time is going to lift, restacking the spine into neutral. This is going to look familiar when you see our next exercise. Roll the shoulders down the back. Take a deep breath here. We're getting ready for our Pilates Inchworm. This one's tough, but I know you have it in you. We're just going to do 3 reps. Take a big inhale, reach the hands up overhead. Start to roll down like you're diving into a pool. Turn your core on, protect your spine. The hands walk out back to that plank. Once you're in that plank, here's the hard part. Bend those elbows, find a nice push-up. Press yourself back up to plank and walk those hands right back towards the feet. You're going to roll up one bone at a time. Find that nice articulation in the spine. Big inhale, reach it up. We're on rep number 2. Take that dive as you start to walk the hands out. Find that nice length in the back of your body. Start to take that push up, bend the elbows narrow in towards the sides. Press it up nice and strong and walk those hands right back towards the feet. You'll roll it up, feel the nice stretch, and then take your breath. Grow as tall as you possibly can. It's your last rep, so make it your best one. Start to walk those hands out and away. Find your perfect plank form here first. Ground across those nice wide fingertips. Take that push up here, find it, hold it, and press it up and away. Walk the hands back, and then take that roll up as slow as you possibly can, restacking the spine. One bone on top of the other. Heads last, roll the shoulders back. Good, we're coming back down to the mat. Gonna take our rolling like a ball here next. Seated at the very top of your mat. Go ahead and bend the knees, hug them in nice and tight. You're hanging on to the front of your shins using your hands. Your elbows are wide, find your posture. Your shins are pressing just as much into your hands as your hands are pressing into your shins. Go ahead and tuck the tailbone, find that C curve. You're gonna roll all the way onto your shoulder blades and then use momentum, roll it up, find your core. Roll it back, be conscious. You stay on the shoulders, never in the neck. Your chin is tucked the whole time. Finding this nice massage across the spine. Don't worry if you wiggle a little bit left or right. Looking for stability across your center. Pressing the shins into the hands again will help you. And opening up the chest as much as you can here. Now, when you're ready, you're going to find a balanced position at the top. So you roll up onto those sits bones and then hold the feet out floating. Know that you can keep on going with the rolling like the ball if you need to. We're taking it right into our Pilates teaser. Open the arms out wide towards the side. Now you can either keep the legs here opening up the chest or send the legs to a 45-degree angle. We're holding here for 4. For 3, for 2, and last one. Drop those feet down. Give the shoulders a nice roll. I'm just going to wiggle myself back a little bit here on the mat so I have enough space for 2 long legs. I'm opening them about as wide as the mat here. Now you want to sit up on the sits bones as much as you can. If that means you need to bend the knees slightly, you bend the knees. Always listen to your body. We're opening the arms to a T, growing tall to find our saw. Obliques, we always want to shrink the waist. You'll twist your heart over towards the left. Now reach the fingers long. Start to lean forward, sawing off that baby pinky toe as you stretch. You'll peel the spine back up and then twist all the way over to the right. Saw off that baby pinky toe, draw the navel towards the spine, and then reach those T-arms up high as you untwist. All the way over to the left, exhaling as you lean forward, and then inhaling to twist all the way over to the right. Restack the spine each and every time. Drawing the navel towards the spine with every single rep. Find length through the arms, open across the chest as you breathe. We'll just do one more on each side here. Keep on breathing for me as always. Reach, and then come up nice and slow. We'll turn to face the side here. I'm gonna come into our mermaid. We'll do one on each side. I just want you to notice my legs. We call this a Pilates Z-Sit. So one shin is folded back and the other foot is tapping my thigh across. This might not be comfortable for your hips, so know that crisscross legs or two straight legs out in front of you also works well for this exercise. You'll bring the arms to that same T that you found in saw, reaching as long as you can. You're going to take a tip over to the left side. Your left hand will meet the mat. Bend the left elbow, reach the right arm long up overhead. Notice that my chest is not collapsing like so, but staying nice and wide and open. You're anchoring across that opposite hip to really feel the length. You'll reach an inch further and then pop back up to that T. Use your core, your obliques. Other side, right on over to the right. Find that length. Pop it up to that T. There's your exhale. So it's an inhale to reach. The muscles between your ribs, intercostals are stretching. And then you find the side body to lift with control. Reaching right on over. Take that nice lateral flex. And then come up to that T. One more on each side here. Finding that length. Boy, does this feel good. And then finding that power, that strength. Reach, reach, reach. And we'll turn our legs right on over to the other side. Both your hips are different, so this position of your legs is going to look different on both sides. As you can see, I had my hip anchored when I had my legs over here. This hip doesn't like to press all the way down. Know that that's fine, and of course, pay attention to your body. The legs don't have to look the same on both sides. Arms are at that T. First, we're going to the right this time. Reaching with that inhale, find as much length as you can, and then exhale, bring it back up. Notice my head goes with me, so try not to keep tension in the neck. It's part of your spine. Just let the vertebra go as they please. Finding that length across the side body is so important to give space for the lungs to fully expand. What Joseph Pilates called your internal shower. Breathing here, exhaling to come back up. We'll do one more in each direction. Gorgeous. Now time for my favorite series, side lying. Lying on whichever side you'd like to start. I'm going to start lying on my left side so that I'm working with my right. Lots of people like to work with that right leg first. Once you're lying on your side, I want you to align your whole spine with the back of your mat. Your toes, they're up towards the front corner of your mat. So notice that the legs are angled in front of the hips. It's going to help us find more stability in the core. Now you can work with the head resting on the arm all the way down, or to make things a little bit more challenging, you can come up onto the forearm on that bottom side, forces you into a mini side plank, turns on the upper body as well as the low body here in this series. Totally up to you. I'm going to start lying all the way down using my front hand for balance. I want you to turn out the top leg, so find Pilates V. You'll point the top toe, kick that leg up with control. Only as high as the top side of your torso can stay long. So notice you don't want to collapse into a crunch here. Reach, 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 flex the foot, bring the heel all the way down. It's a point to lift, it's a flex to lower. Ideally, you're exhaling on the way up, inhaling on the way down, finding outer thighs, finding inner thighs, finding the side of that seat. Reaching the leg nice and long. Your core stays on, stays strong to prevent those hips from rocking. Use your breath here. Find as much length as you find strength. There's your Pilates work. We have 3 more here, 2 more here, and then 1 more here. Go ahead and relax it down. During this series, you might feel yourself doing a lot of this to let that glute release. know that they recover quickly, so absolutely that's a great idea. Next, we're gonna come into our flex kick front and back. You'll lift your top leg just in line with the hip. So notice I'm nice and long. I want you to imagine that the top leg is even longer than the bottom leg. It's stacking my hips and it's giving me a little space under my bottom oblique. What that's doing is turning on my core, helping me to shrink my waist as I move. You'll flex the top foot. Kick it as far forward as you can keep your low back arched and neutral. Pointing your toes, sweeping it back as far as you can without the top hip diving forward. Use your core, might be small, but find control. Flex to kick front as you breathe in. Point to kick back as you breathe out. You're using this bottom leg for stability. So it's not relaxed. It's actively pressing into the mat to assist you in the movement. We're doing 2 more sets of these. Make it a little bit larger if you have it in you. And then pause with that leg at center. Reach it a little longer. Draw a little circle in one direction. We're here for 4, for 3, for 2. Reverse that circle. Find the glute. I know I'm feeling it. I'm sure you are too. For 3, for 2, and 1. Go ahead and relax it down. You're going to bend the knees this time. Your feet come in line with the spine back behind you. With the knees bent, I'm going to have you elevate the feet up off the mat. We're going to do our clamshell here, but these elevated feet just make it a little bit more challenging because why not? This is Peachy Pilates after all. Exhale, open that top knee, keep the stability on the bottom side. And then inhale to return. Your hips are not going with you. You're just finding that glute, opening up the knee, working from the back half of the body as you breathe. We have 3 more here. You got this. Just 2 more here. And then last one. Close those knees, drop those feet. We're going to swing it right on over to the other side. Don't worry, we'll stretch both sides out here right after this. This time I'm going to come up on the forearm just to show you what that variation looks like. Our legs are long, toes are a little bit in front of the torso, just for some stability. I'm pressing into my forearm if I had that variation, just to lift me up and keep the neck nice and long. I'm turning out my top leg in that Pilates V shape. I point the toe to kick up, flex the foot, slide it down. There's always work in both directions in Pilates, so don't just let that leg fall. You're really working to close using the inner thigh. Your movements, they're originating in your abdominals, or what Joseph Pilates called your powerhouse. So it's not coming from the foot, although it may seem like it should be. Think about the thigh bone, the pelvic floor doing the work. Just 3 more here. 2 more here. And then 1 more. Relax. Give yourself that little pat if you need it. You're opening the top leg up to hip height. You're reaching the top leg longer than the bottom leg. Flexing my top foot to kick it forward. Keeping my low back arched as much as I can. Pointing the toes, sweep it back, find the seat, there it is. Flex the foot, kick front, inhale. Point the toe, kick back, there's your exhale. Try to keep the foot elevated at that hip height the entire time. So don't let it come up or down. Even harder for the side body, the obliques all the way down the side of that leg. You have just 2 more like this. After that last one, you know what's coming. It's your circles. Reach the leg long. Draw your circle for 4, for 3, for 2. Reverse that circle. You got this. Keep it up. For 3, for 2, for 1. Close those legs. Go ahead and bend the knees, getting ready for your clamshell here. If you need a modification, know that those feet can stay down on the mat if you need them to. If not, you'll prop those toes up. Open that top knee. Ooh, there's my seat. And then close with control. Exhaling to open. Inhaling to close. More challenge for the core, more balance. Top hand on the hip. You can always use this hip for feedback. So noticing that if your hand is moving, your hip is moving. We want to keep stability there across the pelvis. We have 3 more. We have 2 more. And then just 1 more. Gorgeous. Close those knees. Drop the feet and roll right on over to your back. It's a figure 4 stretch here. 1 on each side, whichever you want to do first. I'm going to cross my right ankle over my left knee here first. If that's enough stretch for me, I stop here. If you want a little bit more, roll the head, neck, chest up. Grab the back of the vertical thigh and pull it towards you. Now this isn't it. I'm going to roll my head, neck, and shoulders back down. The thigh comes towards me even further. I may press on the inside of my right thigh with my elbow to give me even more opening across the hips. I just want you to breathe here and relax the glutes, the hips as much as you can. As you keep inhaling, you'll notice more space in the hips. Maybe you can stretch a little further. Take 1 more full set of breath here. And then we'll just go ahead and switch sides. So you'll lower the feet back down, crossing the opposite ankle over the opposite knee. Notice that my feet are flexed here. It's protecting my knees by keeping both feet flexed. Just like in Mermaid, both your hips are different, so this stretch is going to look different on both sides. Really anchor across your tailbone. You'll find that it gives you more stretch in the glutes there. Keep on breathing as things start to open up. Notice we're stretching, we're starting to slow things down, so let your heart rate go. We'll take 2 more sets of breath on this side. And then 1 more set of breath on this side. Slowly unwind. You'll roll yourself up. We're going to come to a kneeling position here. Once you're kneeling, we're going to take a thigh stretch. Yes, the name has to stretch in the exercise, but it is work for the core as well. Think of it as a reverse plank. You're up high on your knees. My glutes are on. I'm opening my chest nice and wide. I want you to reach your hands out in front of you like Frankenstein, neck long, looking straight out in the distance. Keep your eyes on the horizon. Like the Matrix, you're going to start to lean back. Your body stays in this long line. As you lean, you feel the core turn on, but you also feel a stretch in the tops of the knees. Take an inhale here. Exhale, float right back on up over those knees. Take an inhale. Exhale, lean it back. Find your core. Take an inhale, hold. Exhale, come back up. Beautiful. So you're moving on the exhale, finding that strength, holding on the inhale. Moving on the exhale, finding that strength, holding on the inhale. We'll just do 2 more here. Beautiful. Core's on. Draw that navel towards the spine. Last one. See if you can go an inch further. Let's hold for 3. Let's hold for 2. Let's hold for 1, come all the way up. You're going to sit your seat all the way back towards your heels, floating about 1 inch up off the heels. Reach the arms back behind you. My palms are facing up towards the sky. Roll the shoulders back, open the chest even more. Looking out on the horizon, you're going to lift the palms up, feel triceps. Lower down with control. Teeny tiny move, use muscle tone, muscle engagement. Your core is on here. You're working stability in the legs just as much as you're working those triceps. Now we're going to add on to this. You'll lift the palms up. Now squeeze them towards one another. You'll lift the palms up. Now squeeze them towards one another. Beautiful. You'll feel this almost immediately. Tough work for the triceps. No weights, no equipment. This is great to do when you just want a little bit of extra oomph in the posture. We're going to do 3 more like this. 2 more like this. 1 more like this. Hold them up there. Draw little circles, hands towards one another for 4, for 3, for 2. Reverse the circle for 4, for 3, for 2. Relax it down. Roll the shoulders back. We're going to open up the chest here. You'll bring the hands back behind the back. Interlacing the fingers. Just press that chest forward, roll the shoulders down the back. You can do this kneeling. You can also come up to a standing position here. We're going to do a roll down to conclude, so if you want to be standing. Opening up the chest, really shining that heart up forward, feeling great about what you did here today. Really opening up the front half of the body here. I like to rock side to side just to let my body know I'm done working out. And then when you're ready, we'll just make it to the back of your mat. You'll unlock the fingers, reach the hands up towards the sky, looking right between those fingertips. Take your last little dive forward. Your core is on, it's active. Back of the belly button is reaching up high towards the sky like a puppeteer has it. Maybe you sway side to side, really cooling things down along the spine. Maybe you bend the knees. Listen to what your body's asking for. When you're ready, you'll tuck the tailbone under, start to roll it up. Restacking nice and slow, looking for your best, most neutral spine of the day. Feet are firmly planted, shoulders, neck, head, they're last. Give those shoulders one final roll back. Wow, I hope you feel as great as I do after that one. Thank you so much for tuning into PT Pilates. I'll see you on the mat here next time.